Hi, I'm Ken Bingham. Welcome back. Last time we explored how AI thinks in patterns, which is the one language it truly understands. Today, I want to take you one level higher and show you how to actually use it well. Everything turns on a single shift in perspective. Most people meet AI with a small picture in mind, and the real leap is stepping back far enough to see the larger picture, the higher dimensional view. The first picture we all start with is automation. Push a button, get the same answer every time. That's how ordinary software behaves: predictable, repeatable, contained. And so it catches us off guard the first time AI refuses to sit still. But it's never going to sit still. AI is not deterministic. You can ask it the same question twice and get two different answers. And that's not a glitch, that's by design, exactly as intended. There's even a setting inside the model called temperature. Turn it down to zero, and the model becomes steady and consistent. Turn it up, and it becomes bold, surprising, and a little wild. The randomness is not a fly you have to tolerate. It's a dial you can control. So what AI is doing instead is repeating itself, is simulating. It's not automation, it's a simulation projector. Every answer is a fresh take built on patterns it once absorbed and shaped by whatever hands it was given at the moment. A calculator will give you 2 plus 2 equals 4 every time. AI is another kind of machine entirely. A clock repeats, the weather simulates. AI is like the weather, and it's why the worst possible way to use it is on boring, repeatable chores. Software will always do that job better, and it'll be a lot cheaper. The real magic is not AI imitating software, it's everything AI can do that software cannot, or even what you can do yourself. You imagine a scenario, you explore it, you play it all the way out. Once you see Once you see AI as a simulator, the whole thing opens up. You stop handing it chores and you start handing it scenarios. You can paste in your numbers and ask it to play out the next quarter. If you raise your prices to 10%, you can tell it to be your toughest investor and to tear your pitch apart. You can have it play out the customer who hated your email and tell you exactly where you lost them. You can run entire interview acting as a hiring manager from another planet. What you get back is not a fixed fact. It's a thoughtful simulation. And that's the point. My favorite example has a name: the pre-mortem. You tell it that a year has passed and the project has failed badly. Then you ask it to write the story of how that happened, what went wrong. It'll hand you the risks that you were too close to see. Pilots crash hundreds of flights a day with a simulation so they don't crash real planes. But now it works for you to make decisions. The value is not the answer it hands you. The value is the insight you gain from watching it play the whole thing out. Companies pay consultants a fortune to wargame these scenarios, and you can do it in a chat window before lunch. Here's the part almost no one talks about. How do you steer something that's a simulation? You don't do it in code, you steer it with direction. You set the boundaries, you tell it how to behave and what you expect. You hand it a compass made of the values you want from it and the lines you never want it to cross. And you do all of that in plain words. These are not programs, their instructions. It helps to think of it less like programming and more like directing an actor. You do not rewire them, you tell them to play it colder or hotter or more suspicious or to never break. Try it with a chatbot. Tell it that it's a strict editor who never makes anything up and always checks before guessing. Watch how quickly it becomes that person. You cannot tell a spreadsheet to be more careful or to be more honest and expect you to understand you. But you can give AI a principle, and it will genuinely weigh each choice against it. And here's the part that really lands. Two people can sit down with the same AI and walk away with completely different results. Same engine, different driver. The careful, clear person gets the right answers. If you ever dislike what's looking back at you, the glass is usually not the problem. AI is not automation. It is a partner. You bring the direction and the character, and it brings you the reach. Neither of you is the master. The two of you build the thing together. If AI if AI lives entirely in simulation, how does it ever reach or do anything real? That's where agents come in. Agents are not native to AI. A raw model only simulates. It can think and imagine, but it can't reach out and change a single thing. It's a brilliant brain in a jar. The agent is the body it never had, and an agent is far simpler than the word suggests. It's just a loop. It thinks, it acts, it looks at what happened, then it thinks again. Give that loop a set of hands like your inbox, your browser, and your files, and it goes from talking to doing. It can research 50 sites and write the report. It can draft your replies and book the meeting. But underneath all that, nothing has changed. The agent takes real action, but the decisions behind are still simulations, still patterns, still guesses. It's imagination with a set of hands. That's why you want your hands on the switch. An agent is about to send 1,000 emails, made 1,000 guesses to get there. You decide which of those guesses becomes real. Put it all together, and the shape becomes clear. AI simulates. You give it vision, direction, and values. Agents let it act. And through every bit of it, you stay at the helm. On its own, AI is a genius with no judgment. The brilliant intern who walks right off a cliff if you point them to it, and then thanks you for it afterwards. The judgment is yours to bring. That's not a weakness, it's the tool. That's the job, and it's a good one. The future of AI is not automation. The future is human guided simulation, and that's a part that should lighten you up. The people who win will not be the ones who know the most about AI. They will be the ones with the best questions and the clearest vision, now that imagination has become the only real bottleneck. So here's a thought I want to leave with you. They sold you a robot that was going to replace you. What you actually hold in your hands is a simulator that extends you, and it will reach only as far as the vision and the values you give it. So give it good ones. Next time, we'll open the hood on models themselves and look at how to choose the right ones and to steer them. If this changes the way you see AI, this video to someone else who needs it. I'm Ken Bingham, and I'll see you next time.